6:44, welcome back to the show. And none of us will forget that day in September 11 years ago when terrorists orchestrated an attack on this country. We'll never forget the innocent people who were killed or were just going to work, taking a trip, or maybe even sightseeing in the big city. We'll also never forget the heroes who, as thousands of people were running away from devastation, ran directly into it. Every year since 2001, firemen and the community in the Big Apple retrace the steps of one of the 343 heroes that gave everything that day. Stephen Siller was one of FDNY's firemen who ran through the tunnel leading to the towers to try to save others. Now this year, members of the Irmo Fire Department joined heroes from across the country to remember and celebrate and raise money for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, all in the memory of Stephen Siller and 342 others who died that day. And from Irmo Fire, Mark McCorkle, Jason Poole, guys, welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, thank you for your service. We can never say that enough to folks who are first responders, military and police and fire. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So
thank
thank
you very much
for that. But let's talk about the run. So you guys went up, and this is an annual run. It's happened every year since 2001.
That's right.
And it's in the name of Stephen Siller, but it really is to pay tribute to the firemen and firewomen who and the police officers and other heroes who died that day.
Right. The most profound thing, I think, was running through the tunnel. The tunnel is about 2 miles, so that's the majority of the run.
Set that up just so we understand. Set that up a little bit too. When you say running through the tunnel, heading toward the towers, what does that mean?
You start over on the Brooklyn side of New York, and you're running through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel.
Okay.
And then you finish out right there at Ground Zero. When you come out of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, it kind of takes you through the streets there and winds through by the memorial, and then you finish at Ground Zero. And then there was 343 firefighters there wearing big banners of each individual that perished, and they we're shaking their hands along the way, and we carried an American flag and a South Carolina flag on a pike pole the whole run. That was a huge inspiration, it seemed like. So it was a phenomenal event. Really honored to be a part of it.
Now, Jason, that route going through that tunnel, that's the same route that the firefighter Stiller took on that morning.
That's right. Yes, we retraced his steps that morning. He was actually getting off that morning, and he got stuck trying to get back through the tunnel and got out of his vehicle and ran all the way back to the towers.
Right. Right. Now, you were joined, of course, not just FDNY, Fire Department of New York, obviously New York Fire Department, and not only Irmo, but from firefighters across the country, right?
That's right. Yeah, there was we met guys from Louisiana. We met a few guys from Charlotte. We had actually done events with them before. We did a stair climb in honor of the guys last year in Charlotte at the Duke Energy Center. So we ran into those guys. But yeah, we weren't the only ones there doing the running gear. There was firefighters from everywhere. So
now Irmo in South Carolina, we've talked about this over the last couple of years with our memorial, first responder memorial. But there's a special connection between Irmo and of course your chief and New York City as well.
There is, yes. We actually stayed at Ladder 101. That's the ladder that White Knoll Middle School raised money for and donated to FDNY.
And that was the ladder that was destroyed when the buildings came down.
That's right.
That was a huge honor just to be there and stay with those guys for 4 days. They were outstanding. We could not have asked for anything better.
Right. Yeah. It's got to be amazing to meet some of those guys, and some of those guys still on the job were on the job that morning as well. It's got to be amazingly moving. Not just for me, and I don't do what you all do, but to actually have that same job and just be amongst those heroes must be pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing.
Truly an honor. Really was.
That's good stuff. Well, I just want to bring you guys on and share your story of the tunnel run, and that happens every single year. Can civilians run? Could I go next year and run if I wanted to?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
There was over 30,000 people. They said they had astronomical numbers this year.
30,000 people made this run.
This year. Even 11 years later, so it's amazing.
30,000, 11 years, and one firefighter you run for. 30,000 people. Good golly.
That's exactly right.
All right, guys. Well, listen, thank you very much
for your
service and
having
representing South Carolina and the Big Apple. That's great stuff as well. We'll put details for you at MidlandsConnect.com on the run, their story, and if you want to go up to New York next year and run in memory of Stephen Siller and the other firefighters, and policemen and first responders who gave their life that morning. Gents, thanks again.